Dude, I'm a big fan of like the ambient noise going on. I love the white noise bullshit that Doc's District by Tabletop Audio gives.
I've enjoyed it as
Where
well.
the fuck is Warwick? What is this?
That's the town that we live in.
Wow.
That's what they call
Are
our
we
views.
back
Yeah.
at the town now? I thought we were in the Feywild.
We
We
left.
left. We did what we had to.
Yeah.
Teleported back. After
You
the
had to.
contract.
You had a shift, so you had to leave right before that session ended. But Zeron's daughter signed her contract, and y'all left.
God of Dreams. Not the God of Dreams. The deity of dreams?
Was an ancient dragon of dreams. Courtesy of this Fey stuff nonsense I have.
Cool.
Yeah, let's see. By the way, CR23, if you ever want to go back and kill her, oh, what's the word? Kill the patron.
Patron?
Yeah.
Alright, so we just all have to be level 23.
I hope that's not necessary.
It'd be funny.
Also, doubt your daughter would take it.
No, she wants to become the god. It'll be fine.
She assumes the throne of a certain.
Or the not the god, sorry, the patron.
We've heard the legend of
That's the only
Warlock
real way
ascending
to get the
to patron.
power. You have to take it.
Makes one
Man,
with
that story sounds awful familiar, doesn't it? Man?
If you had,
I might have to order pizza. I think I'm gonna order pizza for today.
valid. I have
Probably.
roughly 8 pounds of shitty chili to eat for the next week, so I'm not going to be ordering takeout for a while.
Just add more cayenne to it or something. I don't know how you fuck up a chili.
I almost poisoned myself. I've never made chili before, so it's like I can't wait to try it. So
It's not like, are we talking like real chili or like modern chili?
I don't know the difference.
I think real chili doesn't technically have beans in it.
Oh, this
It's
is
the other
modern
way
chili
around.
then. So then, because I had beans, I bought like dry beans, and I just put them in the crock pot straight away, and then I remembered some stupid fucking 10 random facts video I watched years ago, where you can't do that with kidney beans because they have like a toxin in them. Like you can't eat raw kidney beans, and you sure as shit eat slow cooked kidney beans because it just gives you like the most terrible stomach pains, vomiting, and diarrhea. So I remembered that, and I already like browned my onion and burger, and I was looking at this pot full of everything, and like, well, shit, I can't eat this. So thinking quickly, I just threw it into a massive. I had a kettle. I just threw it in the kettle on the stovetop, and just kept dumping water into it, just to keep it boiling for a while. So like even now, like the beans were boiled enough that I don't get sick eating it, but like they're just kind of tougher than they should be, that kind of thing. Just because of the way I cooked them, and I spent so much time like leaning over this kettle full of spices and steaming water that I ended up going to a bar with a friend. We went dancing, and apparently I smelled like chili the entire damn time. Like my arms were just itching too, because I just got like actual like chili powder and paprika, cayenne pepper, all that shit all over me.
Shit.
Jesus Christ. You need to learn how to cook.
I'm not a bad cook is the thing. I just never cooked chili.
You need to find you a Mexican girl who can teach you how to make it.
Is that how you learned?
No, there's no Mexicans in Canada.
I figured.
Bro, I didn't even meet a black person until I was like 20.
Shit.
I live in like the fucking, well, where I was it was white folk, Portuguese folk, and Indians. That was all there was.
That's a fucking. That's an eclectic
Portuguese.
mixture. Nebraska has a weirdly high Vietnamese population.
Well, I don't think a Vietnamese girl is going to be able to teach you how to make chili. You could learn how to make pho, though.
Pho is good. Is it pho or pho?
Who cares?
Like pho.
I've heard both from Vietnamese people, so it's regional, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna get another beer. I've already drank the one I came to the table with.
Props.
That was at a boozy brunch. I'm a little tired.
I got furniture, so like my house actually looks like a house someone lives in now. So tonight I'm having a bunch of people over and we're gonna watch movies. And by watch movies, I mean I'm gonna get drunk while we all watch Puss in Boots, the sequel, again for like the fourth time.
Nice.
I heard it was really good.
It's so
I've heard
good.
good
Like,
thing.
I don't. It blows my mind that the sequel to the spin-off to the sequel of Shrek is as good as it is.
He's
Is it
him.
love Antonio Banderas?
That's
Huh?
what was that?
I said, does it still have Antonio Banderas?
Yeah, I think he still voices it.
Is he fucking sleeping or what?
But always do the old copy all and send him like 50 pings.
I'm just gonna copy what fucking Oleg send it again. Really drive home the D&D is secretly a cult thing.
No, Age of Empires 4 is having a free weekend.
That's insane. Holy shit. How old is AoE 3?
Well, I didn't even want to think about it. It was a thing before I had an actual computer. Like, before I had internet.
I did my part.
2005, 18 years.
Jesus Christ. Age of Empires 3 is old enough to enlist. Anything interesting happened this week, or
In terms of what?
literally anything? I'm not picky. Entertain me, damn it.
No, I don't really have anything. I like half broke up with my girlfriend, and now instead we're taking a break.
I was gonna ask, what is half
Bro,
breaking up?
I got into 2 pursuits and almost shot this crackhead chick who decided that I don't have the authority to arrest her because I'm from the next town over, even though I'm a federal employee.
Man, I wish I had that confidence.
Oh yeah, she was great. She's like, you don't have the authority to stop me or arrest me. I'm like, why is that? And she told me, well, first, this whole thing started because I ran from the cops in the town that's like 40 kilometers north of here.
Okay, thank you for the admission.
Why would she confession?
Second, you don't have the authority under the King's Bench because the Supreme Court of the United States of America is the highest court in Canada.
I,
What the fuck?
I, God, I know she's not
Said she was on
literate.
meth?
I know she's not
And-
literate, but I want to read
And
her manifesto.
thirdly, all the people that called in complaints about me were drunk. So how can they report on me being drunk and driving when they themselves are drunk? Never mind the fact that this started at 6 in the evening when she decided to run from other Mounties like 40 kilometers north of my area. And they came all the way down to my area and we tried to stop her again and she ran from me. And then fucking 6 hours later we get another complaint about her because we're not allowed to pursue her when they haven't committed a violent crime.
Yeah.
We get another fucking complaint that she's like driving around behaving really weird, like in the middle of nowhere right by the Alberta border. So we go out there, find her, try and stop her again. She fails to stop, starts to run. We fucking spike belt her tires and try to stop her. I literally jumped out of my police car, drew my gun, and was screaming at her to get the fuck out of the car, and she just decided to keep trying to drive with the goddamn tires all blown. We followed her for 85 kilometers while she was driving on bare steel rims on the front 2 tires. Before she finally ran out of fuel. And then we had to extract her from the vehicle because she decided she didn't want to get out. We told her to get out of the vehicle and show us her hands and all this shit. And she's like, no, you don't know my story or my truth. I don't have to do anything for you guys. You
That is the
guys don't
cringiest
respect
shit.
me. I don't have to listen to police that don't respect blah, 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 blah. 52 miles we followed her. She left a lovely set of grooves in the pavement.
Nothing fills me with as much incandescent, like, just contempt for someone, like the phrase, you don't know my story, you don't know my truth.
And then she told me that I was kidnapping her after I arrested her.
Sue me.
And all of this started because somebody called in a traffic complaint that she was behaving really weirdly in her car.
What
If
does
she had just not run to start with, she probably would have just been let go.
behaving weirdly in your car look like?
I don't know, I guess she was like kind of weaving in the road and fucking stopping randomly in different places and people were kind of weird. We get calls about the weirdest shit. But she decided to run.
So what are we doing?
Well, I'm kind of the opinion that Kenneth will be here when Kenneth gets here. He's probably asleep, and because if I remember right, it's for England. It's like
Oh, you sound
Like, seriously, I'm so sorry. I'll be
Oh.
literally 2 seconds finishing up a booking a ferry. Literally, fucking, I was waiting for this. Then my dad called,
God.
doing something else. Sorry, literally right here.
You're fine, man.
We said your name. We said your name 3 times, and you appeared. It worked.
Yep, 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. All right, I rescind my statement. We'll wait another minute here. It's fine.
I saw Dan's message after I sent mine. Join us, sister. That's all I
Hi,
can think.
sisters.
We were there was a conversation a couple
fuck.
days ago in the general channel here. We were talking about different what different races sound like in a fantasy setting.
Oh, I remember. I didn't get to really key in on that, but I did see like little notes. Is all. I remember you talking about. Oh shit! I forgot tieflings are Russian.
Yeah,
Did a
tieflings,
comment like that.
tieflings are
Australian dwarves.
Australian.
I've done that. One day I managed to do it. I was a Kiwi.
Dragonborn sound like West Coast surfer bros.
Fair enough.
Well, when you talk like that, all I can think about is that fucking stupid guy that
I
we shoved
love
into
that
the
character.
Who turned into an angel?
Literally the most that guy did fuck all. He did absolutely
Oh my
nothing.
God.
Sorry about that.
No, he was chill
Forgot
as
we
fuck.
turned him into an
Again,
angel.
really apologize for the delay. Did I miss anything?
No,
No, we've just been bullshitting.
I had to fucking because I'm moving to Brussels. Well, I was gonna fucking move on Friday, but apparently I'm moving on Thursday. I had to book a ferry over the English Channel, which apparently costs like £300. I managed to find a good deal, but
Holy fuck, you
Holy
can just
shit.
drive across it for cheaper.
In 1943,
actually I
you could have gone
can
there
because I've
for free.
LPG and it's
You
Fuck.
you could pay a British fisherman to take you across for cheaper than that.
Yep.
We're going to Dunkirk, George.
So what,
I'm
why
gonna
are
order
you?
pizza because if I don't, I'm gonna get drunk way too fast.
That's the spirit. Why are you going to
I'm
Brussels
gonna order
anyway?
a large.
Oh, did I not tell you this, Brady?
His
Well,
job is like
I managed to get accepted onto a traineeship at the European External Action Service. In
Hey,
Brussels. So I will be doing 6 months as the assistant to political advisors for the European Union Special Representative to Central Asia.
And so that means we won't see you for 6 months.
No, that does not mean that. I will have 1 extra hour to fucking deal with because it's obviously even like further back in the time zone. And I will
Hilarious.
not be on Mondays because I actually have to go to work. But I will still be there on Fridays and Saturdays, and I'll still obviously be for D&D on Sundays.
he's
Like
coming.
I can't take my computer with me. That's why I'm having to have to get the fucking ferry, right? Because if I took a flight, I can take my PC. But if I'm taking my car, I just load it with shit. I just drive there. So that's the idea. One of those things would be my PC.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very good. That's a. It's like an. I'm trying to figure out how I want to say this. That's like an actual important sounding job. I feel lame for not having it.
It's only a traineeship. I did have no idea how the fuck that I got it, right? Because I got no qualifications or experience at all in international relations. But you know,
Did
it's just
you-
what it is, I guess.
Did you? I don't know. Does this technically count?
Walks in, takes
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
I don't know how I
Yeah.
got this position, but I'll do my
Well,
best.
no, because genuinely, like the competition for this shit is extremely difficult, right? The only way I got it is because the advertisement for it was done by like the person in that office as part of their team on their private LinkedIn account, and I didn't see it, but my friend did, and then sent me the link to it, and it's like fucking 5 people were applying to it. So I only had to compete with 2 other people who had much more experience than me, but because they were.
According to my boss, my own boss who hired me,
Yeah.
I got my job strictly based on my personality.
Yeah.
I don't really care that you lack experience. You can learn that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. To be fair, I think the interview that I had with them did sell them. So
Yeah,
was good.
you fit the work culture, so you're fine.
I was like in a button up like long sleeve shirt and a tie and everything, and he logs in and he's in like a white t-shirt and his like it was a Zoom call and his like virtual background was like some fucking beach at like Fiji or some shit.
All right, I
And,
ordered a pizza. It'll be here in 40 minutes.
and he's like looking at me, and I look at him, and what I didn't say anything is I looked to my left out this window. I'm also at a beach, but I had brought my shirt and tie for the interview. I'm literally wearing swim trunks, but I'm sitting at a desk so he can't see them.
So
I got a job as a soil scientist, despite not knowing the
you go.
first goddamn thing about soil
I heard that
science.
shit's fun.
Soil science?
Any like relatively decent paying job that's outside.
Oh,
what
no.
I've heard is like shit.
Oh no, I'm inside. I wrestle
shit.
instruments that hate me as much as I hate them all day.
Hey, I do that too. Except I'm in IT.
It is
Oh.
surprisingly similar to IT.
The other day, me and my colleague, I was trying to do something, and she was like, "Teach me how to do it." And I was like, "Hey, it's not working. Like, I did everything you did, and I reran back all the first steps." She goes, "That looks right." She logged in, did it from her side. She goes, "What the fuck?" Well, she didn't say fuck. She's like, well, "It worked for me," and I'm like, "This is bullshit. Well, I can't do it."
Okay. So, are we good to go?
I am.
right.
You're
Okay. So, where we last left off, you guys had just finished traveling around and traipsing through the Feywild after some misadventures involving frozen-ass tunnels, hags that made shady deals with, and sending off some dude to find your name, Tenekniv. You guys went ahead and found Lolnak, the ancient dream dragon, who contacted, or who was contacted, it never really got the details, Kalsira in order to form a patronage there. After quickly going through and making the deal and the contract, you guys were tasked with, well, not you guys as a whole, actually, only Kalsira was tasked with this, with establishing a school in the colony.
Yeah.
Other than that, you're all set. You guys were sent back. The dragon used his influence within the Feywild to go ahead and waive that stupid fucking timey-wimey bullshit involved with traveling to and from the Feywild, because narratively I find it uninteresting to try to do that again. And yeah, that's where you guys are now. You guys are now just outside the colony as before, and Aluk has found the flower he needed, the blue flower, red thorns, looks like a tulip called Demon's Bane. It's what he needs to not be a werewolf. But already he is feeling a little stronger, just a little. So, I mean, maybe, you know? But,
Hopefully it works.
yeah. But that is where we are now. So, yeah. What would you guys like to do?
I was going to go talk to the researcher, Carl B. Fisbane.
Okay. I think Kalsira would go with you as well. Because he is like kind of like the person to speak to about opening a school. Him and the other academics.
I was mostly talking to. I only wanted to talk to him about curing me. He was the one who said to get this plant.
Yeah, no, he
Right.
was. The thing is, though, she has work to do. Is anyone else going to the gnome house?
my daughter's going. I
Yeah.
guess I'm going.
I'll probably go there too.
All right. You guys walk through the town. It is I want to say just like a delicately cool morning on the shore here. There is a light breeze that if you weren't like accustomed to the cold, it would send shivers down your spine, but it's been cold the last couple of weeks here, so it's just kind of delightful. It's refreshing almost, the sea salt on the air. People are around town bustling, talking to each other. You see all the familiar faces of everyone you know as you walk through the gates of your makeshift palisade, remnant of the rebellion when you guys first landed, and walk through town to Gnome House. Again, it is, as always, multiple chimneys are bellowing smoke the entire way, a faint smell of burning lamp oil or kerosene or something. There is a constant clicking noise as some mechanism is caught or grinding on something. And when you walk inside, there are a couple of gnomes going ahead reading books. sorry, I forgot this guy's name. Warren has a book like on the ground, like pressed open, and he is doing push-ups over it while he's reading it. You find Carlby Frisbane peacefully sitting at a chair with the book on a little lectern as he is sipping tea. His robes are cleaner than they have been in the past, and he looks at you, his pointed hat kind of wobbling as he turns his head to look at you guys.
I've collected the Demon's Bane.
Oh, yes. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll take that. And he holds out his hand, like not turning away from the book.
Okay, I give it to him.
He takes the flower, looks at it, inspects it. He takes like his thumb and he presses it against one of the thorns, and a little bit of blood comes out of his thumb, not the thorn. All right, yep, that's it. That's Demon's Bane, all right. Cool. All right, I'll need a day or two. It's a strange alchemical concoction, and I'll need the help of some of the Edwards to get the rest of the ingredients. What? You'll be good.
What am I about to eat? What am I about to consume if the Edwards are involved?
Well,
Like a Harry Potter potion. Tastes like shit.
So, hey, I'm glad you came and stopped by. Well, number one, I know we didn't always have the best working relationship. So I'm sorry if I ever did or said anything that made you uncomfortable or anything like that.
I don't mean to be rude with the response, but which one of us is that directed at?
Wonderful. Okay, so moving on from that, I gone and found something that could help us quite a bit. He turns the book he's reading around, and you see it is an old, yellowed book. The writing on it, do any of you speak Primordial?
Someone does.
Uh,
I think it's Sean. We don't understand.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, I do.
Local dialect
Oh.
variety.
I only speak Elvish, Undercommon, and Common.
I do. I speak primordial.
You recognize this as an ancient tome written by an earth elemental describing the things he'd seen traipsing around above in the places consumed by the sea, is how he describes it, and you recognize that to be islands. You see written in this very, like, simplistic language, this, like, very simple script of just hacks and slashes. And how did you learn? When did you learn Primordial?
That is an excellent question. I haven't really figured that out as a character. Probably at some point in one of my many zany. Let's see.
We'll let you think about that, because you quickly read this, and this earth elemental is describing a pattern he saw written on this, like, carved into a stone floor.
It's probably when I accidentally joined a cult.
Okay.
I keep forgetting that there's so much weird shit to his backstory, and I love it.
Yeah. And so, Carlby goes, so this thing had no idea what he was looking at. Not even a little bit. But I think I do. Number one, this is our island. It took a lot of effort to make sure that it was actually our island, but it is. Number two, this thing he's describing is a teleportation circle. Can you repeat after me? Portation. Circle. Thank you very much.
Why did you have me
He
pronounce?
tosses you a Jolly Rancher. Or as they're called in this universe, a gay farmer.
I throw a coconut at him in retaliation.
wow. What initiative?
I mean, he's had these coconuts around for a consistent
I
basis.
literally carry a bag of coconuts on my belt.
Yeah.
There's
Well-
3 of them in there at any one time, and I pay the Edwards and snacks to bring more.
You whip this coconut at him. Your coconut literally strikes him on the front of his head, like his forehead, and makes a dull, a dull thud as it bounces off his head and it lands on the table. Okay, I deserve that. Sorry. Okay. But the important thing is that means there's
Dude.
somewhere on this island is a teleportation circle already made, which is awesome, because normally it takes like a couple 100,000 gold and a whole year to set up a permanent one.
There's a teleportation circle here already.
Exactly.
Haven't we only started colonizing this island not too recently?
Well, yeah, and we have not seen a single ship from the mainland.
Well, that could be a solution.
Yeah, exactly. Teleportation circle, we have records here of other ones, so all we need to do is find wherever this thing is, and we're set. And by set, I mean we'll have to send some people out there to chisel it open, bring back this massive slab of stone, set it up somewhere in the town, set up a guard on it, and start sending out feelers. There's a couple small problems, though. Number one,
Like?
I don't know where it is. I don't have the slightest clue.
You have like a compass direction at least you could possibly get. No?
The writing only says that there is one that exists. It doesn't give us any references of landmarks or anything.
Correct. But we can infer that it's very fucking old, judging by when this was written. So, somewhere
Narrows it down.
old, and it's in a stone floor. So I'd go look for ruins if I were you. And speaking of ruins, it's been a long time since I've been in one, but usually it's full of things that want to kill you. I don't know why that's always the case, it just seems to be. So I can't go, and I'm not gonna try and make a couple of the dwarf stonemasons go. But you guys could maybe not die, huh?
Well, quite convenient for us actually.
Does it
It's like we're getting bored.
does it have any information about the portal at all? Is there anything protecting it? Is it, or did it just say portal on island? Have fun.
Well, the writer's name was Granite. He lived a couple thousand years ago. He was a elemental that was weirdly worldly for some reason. A stone elemental, obviously. His name's Granite for real. But he spoke of this place as a haven of stones surrounded by the water. The place he found it in is described as being a respite for one as such as himself, placed in a land of the living. Which, if I'm not very poetic, but I'm willing to bet that means it's a stone place put in the middle of a jungle. He doesn't spend a lot of time talking about this, actually. He talks a lot about the mountain, but that's all.
How long did you say it would take to create that potion for me?
Oh, a couple of days. I wouldn't recommend leaving on this like little bit of information right now. And in fact, I think Nenris wanted to talk to you before you guys did anything else.
Alright.
Yeah, thanks for the information. We'll deal with it.
Yep. Kalsira would pipe up and say, "Yes, actually, Mr. Fizbane, I would like to speak with you as well. I think I have a project we can all work on." "Oh, is that the case? What is it? What do you want?" And she begins pitching the idea of a school. And he's just, he kind of gets excited that she knows magic now.
Are we doing? Do we need to get involved with the conversation, or is this kind of?
I mean, do you want to? It's up to you if you guys want to. But
I'll be listening into the details.
I mean, yeah, the details right now are they're figuring out who knows what. For instance, they know they have at least one person who used to work at the Royal Zoo, that kind of thing, to teach biology. And they're also like trying to design a curriculum. Like, what do these people need to be taught? And they keep saying, I mean, okay, so we'll teach them how to teach them algebra. And then they remember the Edwards children exist. Okay, so we'll have to teach them what numbers are. That kind of thing. They're just moving backwards. They're also trying to figure out how they'd want to set up the building. They were going to make it out of, like, just log, like, you know, sewn logs and wood, until they remembered the Edwards children exist, and they would burn it down in a heartbeat. If not on purpose, then on accident. So now they're going to make it out of wood. Or, sorry, stone.
I'm impressed they even want to try and teach the Edwards children, let's be honest.
I mean, if you're teaching children on the island and not teaching the Edwards children, it'd be like a...
There's only 4 people there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Everyone's benefit.
This is an excellent point. You have to think about it, that this guy must have filled like one whole ship with just his kids.
Is Wiley Edwards gonna have a problem with his kids being taught numbers, or his ancestors now? His descendants. I mean,
his his auntie granddaughters, maybe. We'll see. I guess that's up to the Edwards. That's up to Wiley Edwards himself. Naz, what do you think?
I'm not even sure which Edwards that is. Who's the?
It's
I thought
the
That
head
is
Edwards.
that is
Edwards.
the original Edwards.
Is it Wiley?
Wiley Edwards.
Did I really
Willie.
name him Wiley?
I think
That's what
it's
it
Willie.
says in the
No, it's
Google
Willie.
Doc.
It's Willie, but
Willie.
Paula can't read.
Yeah,
Willie
that's why I was
Most of his balls
confused. It
about
didn't
that
sound
for the past like
familiar.
12 sessions. Every time he calls him Wiley.
No, I think he'd be fine with it. He's a modern old man. He wants his children to succeed. He's given up on his own children, but his grandkids, they're the apples of his eye.
I mean, that's
And possibly related to him by more than just being his grandkids. Who knows?
one of them is basically following in his grandfather's footsteps. Who was it? Eddie Edwards. Yeah. The leader of the fucking rascals.
I will never be able to read the phrase 30 to 50 feral Dennis the Menaces without giggling. But yeah.
No, I'm not saying that in character. I was gonna joke about the it may not be a great idea to teach them things, because if they gain more power, they may be more of a problem.
You're gonna be a dick, is what you were saying.
I was gonna make a joke about it, but I wasn't gonna be serious.
You were being classist. That's funny.
No.
I see how it is. He doesn't like hillbillies.
Well, right. So yeah, Nenris is looking for you guys, apparently.
Alright, I'm gonna go find Nenris.
I assume everyone's going, because that's always the easiest assumption for me to make.
Yes, I'm
All
going.
Yeah, as you guys walk to the guardhouse, which is the impromptu, town, like, center of authority, you see Boblin is currently working the desk again. He's carefully going through and fixing some stuff up, working on his letters and doing the paperwork. Sorry, it's not Boblin, it's Noblin. He looks up slowly as you guys enter. It is, again, just a kind of a rickety wood building thrown together in a haste. He is behind a thin wooden desk, bent over on his papers. there is like the scent of just sea salt permeates everything, and the wood here has swollen with the water spray that has come in. Noblin looks up at you, green skin, brown eyes, no hair, tusks peeking up from his lower jaw. He looks up, looks you down, back up again, and says, Nenris was looking for you. And he looks back down at his paperwork and keeps writing something.
Is she in her office then? Where might we find her?
He just kind of nods and keeps writing something.
I'm gonna assume that's the office. It's either that or he's at her home. Or she's at her home. That's all I can assume.
I mean,
I'm gonna go to her office.
Yeah. She is in her office. She is also like she is pouring, like she's writing something. It looks like she's taking notes from an older book. But when you walk in, she kind of lights up. She jumps to her feet. She has a drow, so she has a very light gray hair. It's currently in a high pony. And she's wearing like her armor, which is just like that chain shirt stuff. She leaps up and you guys walk in. She goes, good. I was hoping you would find me. So, first off, how was your trip to the Feywild?
Interesting.
Yeah, good call on that.
Is Kalsira okay? Did it go well?
Seven.
No one wants
Is
to
that
answer.
Her
I figured
face
this is more
drops.
Zaren's answer.
Yeah.
Her face drops and her hands go to her mouth. I'm so sorry, Zara. Is everything okay?
I should, but she came back with us.
Oh,
She's fine.
Oh,
Zaren's
good.
just a little bit
I
not here right now. Dreaming in clouds.
He's still wrapping himself around what happened.
Yeah. Daydreaming. But anyhow, what did you need from us?
was probably thinking about his dead wife.
Jesus Christ! Fucking A.
Wow.
okay.
Wow.
So. Okay, so a few things we would like your help with. Number one, we're coming up on our anniversary here, actually.
Nice.
Yep, in 6 days we will celebrate 1 year of being on this island. And so, there are people getting ready for that, and it's gonna be I think it will be fun. Less hopeful news. A couple of the civilians have been worried about the prospect of their safety, and she is kind of scratching her arm. She looks very nervous about this. They rightfully point out that there are plenty of people here, and not everyone lives inside the walls. There's only so much the guards can do. And so I've had a handful of people come forward asking for some basic training. Just enough so that they can keep, maybe defend themselves or their families long enough for professionals to respond. When she says professionals, she nods towards you guys.
I would hardly say that. But yeah, militia is definitely a good way of thinking about a solution to this issue.
Okay.
Did you speak with the guard? What's the guard leader's name?
She's right in front of you.
The god
Oh my
leader's
god,
name
I'm
is
talking to her. Oh yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm talking to somebody else. Sorry.
Nenris.
Yes, Nenris. That is a very good idea. Do you need any help from us in that end?
The only thing I can think of is we might have to teach some people some things. nothing too terrible. Just things like how to. We're not going to teach them how to use swords because that seems like a time sink, if anything. I guess, how do I put this? Probably spears. Just how to thrust with the spear, how to use a shield, that kind of thing. How to wear armor. Armor's, is pretty important, I think.
Right, are we giving everyone armor then?
No, it is. Yeah, we're making some leather armor. We're actually probably going to see if we can trade with that Helm sect on the other side of the island for some armor. Luckily, the Grodans have struck silver, and they are willing to let people collect some as well to assist in this.
All I'm saying is that we have a lot of gators.
Mm.
Gator leather armor.
Yeah, we could speak with the Edmonds on this. It's not the first idea. And I guess it is more of a personal concern. I don't know. I'm trying to making this a government, as a former system of governance has been a hobby of mine, right? I don't know if the captain of the guard should be in charge. That seems like a recipe for disaster. Because, I mean, we remember what happened the last time. Someone got a little too big for their britches and had enough people with weapons to follow them.
If you were not to be in charge, then who would you place in charge?
That's the other question. Right now, like I said, the Grodans have struck silver and are contributing it to the welfare of the colony. That puts a lot of sway in their court. So I imagine the matriarch would make if we opened elections, I'm sure she would attempt to run. I mean, other than her, who knows? I'm sure at least one Edwards would try to run because, I mean, a law of averages, I'm sure someone on that side would try to. Yeah, they got plenty of chances, I should say. But I guess I don't know. I have been thinking about I was thinking I would run under the stipulation that I would withdraw from being the captain of the guard. In which case I would actually.
Pizza's here.
I heard it.
Pizza time.
I was thinking of giving the job to someone else. Then, of course, the
I look
question
at
is
Zevin.
who? She says, looking at Zero. And the other question, or if I would recommend anyone from the community, else from the community, to take the position of mayor.
It would be best. It is high time, leadership is elected.
And we will need someone to lead, or at least represent, the town. Since I don't know if Fizbane has told you this yet, but he thinks he has found a way for us to get into contact with the other nations again.
At the reputation cycle, we will be dealing with it as soon as we are ready for it. We just came back from the Feywild and we need to stock up.
Oh yes,
and rest
no,
up as well.
absolutely. I would not, push you into moving things too quickly. We have a couple of weeks until the next full moon. We will have time. So, I mean, yeah, is there These are just questions. I was hoping you could help me make some of these decisions. Because this doesn't seem something that I don't think I can keep a clear head about this.
No, of course. When you moved here from uh the Crown's lands, have you been given any standing orders, any decree of how to manage an expansion of a colony like this?
Warrant was to establish a colony in the name of the crown, to be subservient to said crown until, forever, really. There is no stipulation there. We were to follow the laws and practices of the crown unless the prevailing conditions, forced us to act otherwise. It's very hands off at the moment, likely because they haven't found anything with what is the nice way of saying this, exploiting from us or the island yet. And since there's no trade from us, there's no taxes to collect.
I understand. Well, until a solution is in place, I suggested that you take community leaders as it is, such as yourself and the matriarch and representatives of, the traders and so on, to make joint decisions. Obviously, it's not the best solution, but if something needs to be made until a mayor's elected or chosen, at least it gives you some circle to make decisions.
That is not a bad idea. Like, setting a council as opposed to a single figurehead would keep us... It would help, separate responsibilities and whatnot. So, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
You can always have the council elect the spokesperson, leader, every cadency. Essentially. That would mean, if you are worried about the participation in voting from the town, then at least you'll know the selected councillors will take the voting ability for their leader much more keenly. What do you think, Zevon and Jasper? Do you guys agree?
I do.
How about yourself, old man? Lorne, are you awake? He's daydreaming again as well.
What?
What pizza? Lorne,
Pizza.
tell us your wisdom. How would you say that idea sounds good to you, or would you want it a different way?
I agree.
Well, then it's up to you, Commander.
Everyone looks around at each other, trying to figure out who the fuck Commander is in this case.
Captain.
Or Captain, sorry, Captain of the...
Oh, Captain, no Captain.
And obviously, if you need anything from us, we are happy to assist. Anyway, I unfortunately got a bit sidetracked. I did come here with a job, and hence I do have 2 questions for you, if you are willing to answer them. Because obviously I was away for a considerable portions of time dealing with issues that needed to be addressed. Has anyone came forward with possibly further witness statements or clues about not only the death of the ambassador, right, but any suspicious deaths otherwise? I did come here tracking a killer. Has he made any more kills? Essentially, is what I'm asking.
I thought we had already captured the killer of the ambassador.
It was Bale, but Bale has
yes,
not...
we have. Yeah.
He is not... he was contracted by someone else, if you remember.
Oh, yes, right.
Exactly.
Nothing Nothing firm quite yet. However, we are set to send off our first vessel of things to trade with the Helm colony, and it is a bit worrisome because this is, a deliberate contact with another group on the island, and last time that was when this entity struck.
Yeah.
So
That
I
is
am a little concerned about that.
Were you able to dig into Bale's life anymore?
It is. We've
I know we have tried to look into his contacts or any friends, but didn't seem to have any. Nobody really knew what was happening. But I guess we searched his premises, or you have searched their premises and uncovered something or
has.
nothing.
come up with nothing. It was worth a shot, and it was worth trying, but nothing has come of it. However, I mean, we had a diplomatic, an envoy's pouch ready to send off on the next ship that came from the mainland, but I mean, it has been a year and there has not been anything from the mainland.
Well, no, wait. Just to be clear, I did come on a ship, right? Like, well, now it would be. It's like 7, 8 weeks ago. Or not? Oh no, sorry, I crashed. I think. I don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
you were a survivor, weren't you?
I think I was a survivor. Yes. Sorry. Sorry. It's been a long fucking time, man.
Yeah, no, it has been in and out of game.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, that sounds fine. All right. Well, this teleportation circle seems to be a priority here. Having ability to contact the outside world is obviously going to be helpful, to say the least.
Go ahead and roll me an insight check as like you're thinking about all this, Kenneth. Don't worry about it.
Out of character.
Wow.
It's while you guys are talking about this that a guard. Let's see who did it. It's Philin. Not Philin. It's Gila. Gila comes in with a complete stranger in tow, which is absolutely buck wild. She seems a little nervous about this. She walks in and says, sorry to interrupt. It's, this man walked in from the woods? Sean!
What's it look like?
I missed it. What happened?
Would you like to introduce your character?
A new character?
Yeah. I got
One who
sick
can
of
speak.
Who can't talk. Yeah. It was moderately funny, and then it just became annoying.
I wanted to teach him more words, but I couldn't think of more words.
It's okay. This one can teach you words.
God.
Fucking pacing. Trying to think of word. Blue guy.
And who are you?
He's a Navi.
He's a Vidalkin.
He's like 6'4", like rail thin, no muscle mass whatsoever. A kind of amphibious looking, if there was a word to describe it. Blue skin, very flat nose, hairless. Kind of had a pair of collars on his head, because he ain't got no lashes. It's robes, and he looks quite embarrassed.
And who are you?
You ready for the throwback voice? I'm using the same voice. Ja, ik woon hier.
What?
I gotta work on it. I don't know, it's trash. It'll be fun.
Es ist schwer.
Volkir?
He nods. And
Right.
scratches
And
his...
what were you doing in the woods?
question.
He is German. Holy shit.
I miss Morza.
That's why I brought it back. I brought it back just for that. I was like, you know what, fuck it. Let's do Morzik right. I mean, not Morzik, but
I mean, he.
The archetype.
I mean,
What did you find him doing?
I was sorry. It was just I was on patrol outside, and I mean this. I don't know what he is, but he wandered in.
Where am I?
This is Warwick. Gila is like incredibly like confused and more than a little bit uncomfortable with the situation. She has not been herself ever since Bale kind of
Well,
threatened to kill her.
we did have a few security breaches here, friend. I look at the guard captain. I think we should take the appropriate precautions. Make sure this isn't anything we will be regretting.
Wait, where am I again?
Warwick?
What is that? What
Colony
is this?
colony of the crown. Have we named the island yet?
We are on an island?
Yes.
The name is pending.
Actually, no.
The island of Pending.
Welcome to
No,
Pending.
sorry, no.
I meant the town name.
The town name will be put has been unanimously decided to be put on the docket for what it should be, because everyone can agree that Warwick is kind of stupid. But yeah, Vava Viva.
Trader's Cove makes us sound like villains.
Yes. The island's name, though, is set in stone. It is Torvian.
I like pending more, to be honest.
Welcome to pending.
Welcome to Pandora.
Welcome to Pendingora.
Yeah.
No, I would play the shit out of a fucking Navi TTRPG.
I've been spending a lot of the last week looking over different systems, and I think I'm gonna try running a Blades in the Dark game here soon.
What the fuck is that?
It's Ocean's 11.
Among Us.
Yeah.
Think of a cross between Dishonored and Ocean's 11.
Fuck
I would like a Vampire the Masquerade game, but I never have anyone who wants to play it.
Who the fuck
I'll
that
play
one
that
guy
too.
is trying to get together a World of Darkness game.
Seth Jack or whatever the fuck his
I
name
would
is.
just call him Sick Fucker.
Oh, the World of Darkness game? Jesus.
I would love to play.
Wait, what's the island called?
No. The reason... sorry, 1 second. The reason I say the island is named is because we named it Torvian.
Oh shit, yeah, we did. Okay, I'm writing that down in my notes.
What did we do?
Updated. We named it, it's up at the top.
Oh. Right. Let's have a look at you. And I tromp up to him and glare at him with the one wide dwarven eye and the other one squinting, and I'm puffing on my pipe.
He like rolls his fingers as you looking you carefully over as well, which is really gross action because he has 6 fingers on each hand. I doubt that's just a thing that his race has. They have an extra finger.
Eh.
It's like, and what are you?
The fuck are ye?
Ah, this one is a Verdalken.
I do it.
Okay.
I do it.
What is that? Do we know what those are?
I mean, you can roll me a history check. We'll say DC 15.
I want a real history as well. I'm confused about what he said as well.
These are
The Dalkin.
where are they from? Let's read the lore.
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, they're from a magic crossover.
Fucking hilarious. Sean, tell me
Well,
about your people.
Sure. Brody, may I take some
I'm
narrative liberty. Feel free to reel me back if I get too far off page.
Sean. I literally did not know Vidalcan existed until you asked if you could be one.
I was going to play into that actually and say they're not actually from here, and he was going to get into why he's here, if that's okay with you.
Go for it.
Okay. So, to your knowledge, I would suppose that you've never seen one like him before either. Utterly, an aberration. Not literally, of course. Not the creature type. They're a race of essentially bad scientists.
Shit, I'm the only one that knows this.
More for the sake of knowledge than any real purpose. You know? But I guess I don't know why I'm telling you all. I guess I'm telling you guys as players, since your characters wouldn't even really know the way.
And you're also telling me as GM because
Yeah. But essentially, their whole shtick boils down to, I will reach perfection in whatever I so choose, and it's not like a pride thing. It's like a why not shoot for it, and if we fuck up, it's just another way to learn along the way, kind of thing. Like it's not really. They don't get mad at it. Also, they're pretty unemotional. Culturally, and like physiologically, you know?
not a lot of jelly in the
theory.
brain soup.
So
No, they've got big fucking brains. It's just
Right.
most of it's for data retention. Rather
Yeah,
than
exactly.
so
emotional
is
processing.
species like popular? Would I have seen him before anywhere?
Like I said, I was trying to play into the fact that since you guys, or some of you guys hadn't known it and Brody hadn't known about it beforehand, that no, you guys wouldn't have seen one or even heard of them before.
I'll say with
Brody's final call.
I'll say with the check that hi Aluk, you know for certain that this is a race of beings that is not native to this plane. And seeing as how you just committed interplanal travel by traveling to the Feywild and back, it might have something to do with that.
You think we brought him with us?
I was gonna say I probably
He's like a fucking stowaway.
I was in my lab.
I'd probably, let's just say I'd probably know about this from like folklore that I heard from traveling with the drow.
And then I was here.
Well, anyway,
Yeah,
I do think we should, contain him while we work out who and why is he here.
I just told you who I was and why I am here.
Nenris
Thanks for telling me that, but
thinks about that for a second and like kind of shakes her head quickly. As tempting as it would be, and as there is a wisdom to that, I don't think we can. I don't think imprisoning people we don't know is a good road that we want to go down.
Yeah, sets a very poor precedent for travelers.
I'm not saying imprison him, but don't, just let him go roaming into the town without
Well, then why not take me with
who
you?
he is. At least keep an eye on him, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying lock him behind a cage.
Are you volunteering?
Then why not take me with you if you are the one harboring suspicions? As
I
long
suppose.
as you pay me, as I must rebuild my lab.
No.
What is the purpose of your lab?
Knowledge, of course. What else would a lab be for?
Creating bioweapons with which to exterminate a race.
Not all of us.
For example.
Like
A select
Back
few.
to Drow Civil War.
Well, again, you're
don't
definitely
know how
getting
to
paid. But yes.
Who
we
else
will-
was alive for that? Any of you?
I think
Yeah.
it's only your
I
character
was
I
that
popped
are
in
old
late.
enough
I
for
popped
it.
in late after that. Wait, you are not going to pay me?
We don't
No,
have-
you are not being paid here. This is not that kind of arrangement.
Yeah, we also we don't quite. This is gonna sound weird. We don't have a economy.
What?
We are currently an isolated colony. we are trying to establish a trading relationship with a nearby town, but I mean, other than that, it has just been very communal, a bit like the gnomes live almost.
He like curls his lip. One of his lip like curls in disgust just slightly at the mention of gnomes. Oh, communal. You see, he like whips out a piece of paper and you completely see him writing like the details of the island and no economy or whatever, and then the very last word underlined is backwater.
Is he writing this in common?
Maybe
I mean,
it's probably a mixture of multiple languages, but
Well, then.
backwater's in common.
God damn.
I mean,
all good scientists keep their notes in ciphers. Da Vinci did it.
Yeah, only the evil ones.
Da Vinci did it, and he wasn't evil.
I swear to fucking God,
This man made tank, bro.
if-
He was evil.
if I went to fucking work and someone wrote the maintenance log in like Latin or something, I'm shooting up the place.
That assumes they're not. It's not, fucking
Writes in English, but uses the
proprietary.
Cyrillic
He's the only one
alphabet.
working on it. He would. He would share the code with people he's working on it with, but
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Right.
it's mostly
Alright.
common. It's mostly him
Alright.
shit talking where he is.
Well,
It sounds like shit talking, but you can assume he came from somewhere much nicer. So all his comments here are like, "It's a fucking shithole." I'm not being literal. Whatever.
It's the place with which I defecate. I mean, okay, so that is wild. That is an insane thing that has happened.
So you will pay me in the future once you clear me, then.
I
Yes?
mean, I guess, if you want payment for services rendered.
That is
not
the
for-
nature of goods and services are exchanged for currency. Yes.
Yeah, right, that's
Is
the
this
other
how
thing.
this place
but
works?
the pursuit of knowledge is its own payment.
No. Do you know how much the pursuit of knowledge costs? Do you know how much the pursuit of knowledge costs? Do you think all my research materials and lab were free?
Okay, so what research
that's
materials and what lab?
Yeah.
That is why I need money to
Your
rebuild.
payment is not being killed. How about
No, it's
I have a
threatening.
suggestion.
Yes,
He like narrows his eyes at you.
yes, go. You have a suggestion.
Some of us, we don't exactly stay together as a group every single time we come back into town. And we stay together after we leave, of course. How about we leave him with Carlby when we're in town, so that somebody's kind of watching over him. And Carlby's kind of, he's a philosopher, a cloud gazer, and a wizard, alright? So, I mean, maybe they can bond over research or whatever.
Carlby Brisbane has the words
Eyes,
philosopher,
off.
cloud gazer, wizard as a tramp stamp.
I know, I actually, well, wait. I was actually looking at
As a tramp
the document cap. I was looking
why
at the
would
document.
you say it like that?
It's like
looking at the document as I said that.
it's
I
like
couldn't
a
think of the right word for him.
it's like a self-righteous live, laugh, love. I mean, actually, that is not the worst idea. I mean, the academics do have their own little, their own research going on. If you'd want to assist them or use some of their materials, because that leads me to the other thing I was about to say. You talk about like buying materials. I mean, you kind of don't like, even if you had money, it'd be kind of worthless here. We, like I said, we don't have contact with the mainland. We haven't had it for a while now. And I mean, if you need something, you could just ask the person who has it, or trade with them. It
This
is.
what?
I mean,
He
what?
clearly has. He has like a small bag, but as he moves, it sounds like it's full of paper.
I mean,
Oh my god.
Goods for services.
You could sell parts of your. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
I was about to say, I mean, you seem like I don't know, so you seem to understand the way of magic. Odds are you could, casting spells for people is a very specific type of service rendered. Cure diseases, build homes, stop fires, start fires.
He lights up at the last one.
Oh God.
I can do that.
Do we all notice that? I'm just, this guy just
Well,
worries.
he's not a fucking cleric. He's not a druid. Like
Even well, in all fairness, wildfire druid is a thing, and clerics get sacred flame. So I mean,
I would play a wild.
Sacred Flame does radiant damage, not fire.
yeah, true.
But it still looks like fire.
Although I do have a fairly flexible spell book here, so I could probably find a way.
I mean, yeah.
No,
So
you are a wizard.
yeah. So
He,
actually,
like looks at his robes and then back at you.
I
Did you
spent
think these were my night clothes?
In monastery, everybody wears robes.
Ah,
I'm wearing a robe.
it's it's quite like nice,
Yeah, but an old
high
person.
quality, not super ornate or anything, but it's kind of
What
nice.
do you mean by old?
Older than me, by a considerable margin.
What are you?
He just meant experience.
How old are ye?
I'm sorry. We just had the
435.
How much?
That's a
435.
respectable number. I like you more already.
he starts to smile at you and nods. The respect of the elders.
And all right. So yeah, actually, if you'd like to quickly,
in the prime of my life.
a couple of I think, Julia, you wanted some extra training as well. Julia kind of nods. It's like, yeah, I used to practice with Bale, but ever since he got put in jail, we kind of, sorry, just, it's, there's a lot going on
okay?
right now, and I
How are you holding up?
it's just, I thought I just have to, what's the word? Like, stop people from stealing things, but people
Yeah.
don't
Not you is that.
do that, and instead, I have to worry about a monster coming from the woods every month.
Well, we'll get you some training. Don't worry.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And yeah, a couple of the other civilians have also expressed interest in forming a militia for that same reason. But again, I'll remind it, and I want to end this on a lighthearted note. Big ol' celebration, 1 year anniversary coming up. So is
For
this?
which we'll need to do a protection.
Anniversary outside. Yeah, notes out again.
Can you tell us exactly when that will be? If we're gonna be able to fit in looking for this teleporter in between, or would we have to wait until that to then look for the teleporter after?
I mean,
Do you have a
I-
date?
No, I would literally be wandering around. This could take us a month.
It's in the woods.
oh,
That's a lead.
well, wait. Even if we do get a lead, Carby isn't gonna have my cure for a few days, anyways. So maybe leaving when
I clap him on the shoulder. You'll be
Oh.
fine.
I mean the effects have already started to kick in.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He looks.
Let's do that
I
after.
I forgot to mention this. Olek's character looks swole. Like, looks visibly stronger than he was before.
Yeah,
Is there
mechanics.
anything? Can I roll?
I
something
mean,
to
frankly, I
like,
don't see
visually-
the downside.
I haven't seen the downsides yet either, though. But it said it would be 2 to 4 days. We've been gone for at least 2 days. I've seen the good effect, and it says. And they're also saying that it's going to take another few days to get the potion ready, anyways. So, I'm going to see the bad effects soon.
Well, it's weird to say this, but you would not be the first person to struggle with something like this, and we kind of already have a system in place. She looks over to her left. You see the spot on the wall where the shackles are in the cell.
Yeah, I figured. I knew where this was going.
But I mean,
Yeah.
it's I'm sure it won't come to that. You'll be fine. As
mean-
as the elders say, what is the worst things that could happen?
Lot.
I mean, a lot. I will tonight after, or I'll probably do it later in the day. I'll shackle myself in one of the cells. My God, I can't speak common now for some reason.
What is wrong with you?
I know it's already affecting my tongue. I can't speak.
He leans over to look at your face. He's like, I'm assuming that I maybe not incorrectly that there's not really anybody that much taller than he is.
Roll me a medicine check.
Oh fuck.
Isn't your guy a knowledge guy? Medicine's knowledge. Isn't it?
Medicine's wisdom, you fuck.
Oh yeah, my bad.
It looks like scurvy. No, it can't be scurvy. Have any wounds opened up? Old wounds of yours?
No,
Any lost teeth?
no.
He like pulls your lip open.
I stop him.
How would you
I'm
describe
beginning
your
to think
sexual life?
Are you? Are you sexually active?
I'm not answering that.
Turning
Ah,
class.
so no.
That's a no.
Okay.
Maybe,
So
like looking at your ears.
Stop it.
if that is everything,
Seems to me he could be a doctor.
Of
Ish.
not medicine.
He's not. I
And
can
many
get.
other degrees.
I am very
Schools of
confident he
knowledge.
is not a doctor.
Medicine was in a subject that never attracted my attention.
Right. I'm going to go back into town and then I'll come
He's like
back to
circling
that
you
halfway
and like
to-
poking you
Yeah.
in certain
Yeah, I've
places.
wasted enough time here.
Yeah.
so actually, it is still
Well, we
like
haven't decided what they're gonna do with him.
well, real quick though, because I think
What's
this is as good a time as any to jump
Yes.
in and explain this. You guys have a couple of days of downtime here. So far, all that's been said, like Alex got to wait around for his potion of not turn into a madman and kill people to get finished. In the meantime, though, like you guys could help prepare for the festival. You could help train people in the use of their weapons. You could even help Fizbane research or try to conduct experiments or do something to figure out, hey, what the fuck is going on with this possible teleportation circle. And so
Have they told Bokir about the teleportation circle?
they haven't yet, but I'll say you can just know about that because like we're gonna kind of hand wave a couple of some narrative time
Awkward
here,
intro
Reese.
things.
Yeah, we're gonna switch into narrative time here. And so my question is, what would you guys like to do with this bout of free time?
I mean, I'd probably tell what was it, Zora was her name? Thanks for that she told me. Makes my decision a lot easier with what's going on. And then I do spend like the night in the jail, like just shackle myself if I have to.
Okay. So you can absolutely spend your nights shackled just for safety's sake. When you go and do that, the first night you do it alone. After that, Zora like sleeps on the cell floor, like in the same cell as you, just to make sure you have company.
She likes you.
That no may change to a yes quite soon.
Wait, I'm glad he's not Jasper's not around when you say this.
But I guess my question is, what would you like to do during the day? Do you want to just relax? Do you want to help train people? Do you want to... Like, what...
I would say I'd want to help train people, but I'm also worried that training people in blade dancer type strategies.
I mean,
may...
you know things that are helpful. You know how to wear armor. You know how to use a spear.
True.
That kind of stuff.
You probably had to learn the basics before you moved on to fucking skibidi bop 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 fucking breakdancing your way through combat.
Wait, yeah, that's true. Can I do
He's just always done it.
Then can I?
Came up with pussy breakdancing, bro.
If I have free time while helping out people train, can I talk to Zarin?
Well, I was gonna ask.
see.
I assume who? Because I thought Zeron would help train as well. Is that the case?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you guys can talk while training people. Is anyone else going to help train a militia and some of the guards?
Yeah, I will do fencing with them, and I want to also do like unit tactics, as in like put them into teams so they know how to support each other rather than just fight alone. So.
Well, it's a good fucking thing I still have a training yard map.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
He's not there.
And my shadow will not be there for now. Although I think that might be a good training aid.
Wait. Jacksepticeye isn't here. Get the other token on the map.
Wait.
It's the other guy, not him.
I
Wow,
forgot about that.
Jacksepticeye. Wow.
That was the original artwork that I found, and then I got
Yeah,
someone
I
to
remember
actually draw it.
But yeah, you guys are training the people, and yeah, you guys are all kind of training them in like the different things that they are going to have to be good at. Yeah, here we go. I got some of these tokens. These will do fine. But yeah. So let's see. You wanted to teach them, Kenneth. You wanted to teach them in like a small unit tactic thing, right?
Fencing and that, yes.
Okay. You are like, what does that look like? How do you want to go about doing that?
So essentially, I want them to use obviously wooden weapons, but fight like dummies close to each other, so they don't hurt each other, and then, I don't know, push things into them so they know that to watch somebody else's flank. Have them basically do like a circle and go around them, make sure that like me and Zarin are attacking from different directions and things like
Should
that.
teach them how to murder circle.
So yes, and obviously as well as like flanking, like able to take advantage of flanking better, able to defend each other's backs if necessary, things like that.
Can I do like pointers to help him out with that? Since I already have in the fighter class, I have the protection feature.
Yeah, that actually would be very good.
So that would probably be good to help teach people with a shield.
Okay. So I'm going to start a training section in my notes here. Okay. What do you think would be a fair role for teaching people like this style of small unit tactics? And you can do so with advantage since Olek is helping you.
What are we preparing them to fight?
Monsters. Or people who come
Of
to
what
town.
variety? Oh, okay.
So monsters, but swarms as well, I suppose. So.
Yeah,
Okay,
and like
so-
you guys have already had a pirate raid on the other colony. Like the other town. It's a possibility you might have to fight one off yourself.
Brody, instead of one roll, can we do several different rolls?
Can I contribute to this with illusion magic?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that would be very good.
I have like 4 illusion spells, so
What kind of illusion spells you get that could be useful for this?
I got minor illusion, I got silent image, and I got major image.
Major image would be good.
And prestidigitation for audio.
Dude, I'm so glad Image got promoted to Major.
Yeah, tell me about it.
God damn it.
I'll obviously use my shadow as well as like, another a target that I can actually hit. And then I also have the defensive duelist perk, so I'll try to train them in that as well. But yes, mostly focusing on group tactics.
I'm really glad you said that. As you guys are training these people in this, Sean, what type of monsters, like, what are you showing them with your illusion magic? They're pretending
probably non-planar local things until he's told otherwise. You get some like extra dimensional fucking monstrosity until somebody tells him what the fuck they're actually trying to fight.
I'm thinking mind flares.
It could be really anything.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been around for a long time and had a lot of time to study.
Yeah.
And cross-reference with the rest of his race, so he's probably seen a lot more than he's actually experienced.
Yeah, so like it is like mind flayers with like these wicked short swords seem to be made out of tentacles are thrusting and slashing at these people. Their strikes passing through because they're harmless illusions. But Filial and a couple of these other people, there's more people here than I have tokens down.
It can create temperature, so they can actually know when the hit connects.
Oh shit! Yeah, and they're all practicing. They all have spears or short swords, depending on whether or not they're town guard or not. And they're practicing, like, locking their shields with the person next to them, noticing when stuff happens. Alec is, like, teaching them how to interpose. People don't expect a shield from the side, basically, is kind of the thing. And how to help use your shield to assist people.
He also frequently uses the shape water cantrip to, like, fling water at people if they fall over because they're exhausted or whatever.
Oh, and the big one is, obviously, communication. So they communicate, hey, I'm attacking this person, like, this target, or I need to fall back, I'm hit, or, let's, like, basically have them communicate between each other and have a team leader for the teams. That makes sense.
I think this is going to have to be a charisma check of some sort, like, as a way of, like, taking this knowledge that you clearly understand and know and giving it to people. So,
and give me
a persuasion check with advantage.
A persuasion. Bang. That will do.
Oh, that's our boy. That's our boy.
All right, I'm gonna note that was a critical success. All right.
Okay, made us a bunch of work fighters.
No. You made the ideal.
I'm ready. Oh yeah, the ideal fight, I think.
I don't know, man. The ideal Rough Rider is I forget their fucking names. It was like two people. They showed up for like 2 ops, but all they did was they were like a gunner and assistant gunner pair, and they just never left each other's side. It was like Gray and someone else.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, fucking never showed up again.
Volkir will occasionally walk by Lorne and reheat his cup of tea as he's sipping it with shape water, since he can heat and freeze water.
I give him side eye.
And offer ice and he only gives ice water to people who do well. Otherwise, the other people get water dumped on them. What kind of arrows do we use? Are they like stone tip?
Oh, they'll be
They're
iron steel.
Yeah, they're metal worm tipped.
I can't help that one.
Kenneth,
one thing.
I want you to
yes.
I want you to explain to me, like, how is it that you are using your shadow to assist these people?
Yeah, so if, for example, we are doing, like, fighting in a circle, right? I would be trying to flank them using the shadow, so that they would have to basically watch each other's backs, right? So I'll be attacking from one direction, and the shadow would be attacking from the other direction. I'll be trying to maybe, like, surprise them with the shadows. They have to, like, actually be aware of the surroundings. Things like that, essentially. So
what you want to do is you want to summon your shadow specter on the other side.
Make me a wisdom saving throw as you summon your shade behind someone to, like, just kind of show them, like, you have like a wooden training staff, and so your shadow is armed with one as well. But when you make it appear behind someone, you feel, well, make me a wisdom saving throw.
So what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna make it pact with a dark god, all right? When you do that,
feel.
Would you allow me to use one of my chronal shifts for that?
Would you?
Let some reroll.
Would you like
Well,
to?
Would you know that I'm
That's-
doing that?
He's
That-
there with you.
I mean, yes.
It says it's
The
a
question.
reaction, any save, any check.
All right. You can if you would like to.
It seems like something that we should do well, right? If we're teaching these people. He's not dumb by any words.
Does
know.
he get any bonuses for anything from being in
No.
the area of Zen?
Yeah. I'm gonna give him the
I'm
stat.
not. Well, could be close to 10, but I don't think I am.
I'm.
What level are we?
7, I thought.
7? Okay. I'm looking at my class features.
I don't suppose you could just take the other roll he made, since technically it was 2 rolls, huh?
No, he'd have to re-roll.
All right, well,
Do
send
you
it.
want to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit better.
You, when you summon the shadow, you feel just like an existential rage. You feel like you are no longer yourself for a second. You feel just the blind impotence of being trapped without a body. You feel watching like everyone you know around you be murdered. You feel watching injustice done and not having the power to stop it. Or even worse, being too weak to stop it when you had the chance. You actually enter a barbarian rage state. I would like you to add this to your character sheet. Once per day, you may expend one of your hit die. You will roll the hit die, and for the number rolled for that many rounds, you will be counted as having barbarian rage.
Bruh.
Fuck.
Bruh. That's what you say. But I accidentally, I guess, knocked someone too hard on the noggin. And
You fucking you knock one of the it's like one of the dwarves here who's like from the Grodin clan. So it's like if you remember, like their mine was inhabited by a spider that one time.
Yes.
So a bunch of them are here to help. You break this wooden staff over his head.
Ooh.
It was, I can get a name. I don't have to just say. It was Bamon. He rubs his head and gives you a massive thumbs up. Like, hey lad, that was a good fucking hit.
I'm sorry, I got too carried away. Hey, Zevin, can you take over for a little bit? I need to get my my head clear.
Volkir,
Wow.
or Volkir
Pat
offers
the dwarf on the shoulder and heal him with lay on hands.
Thank you. All right. Thanks.
Volkir offers him some ice for his bruising.
Zeron, what do you want to teach these people?
The basics. We're gonna do stances. We're gonna do how to hold the sword, how to properly swing it.
Okay. You have
Hold up a shield.
You have like the protection feature, protection style fighting, right? Or no, you're Sentinel, aren't you?
I'm Sentinel.
I'm protection.
Okay. Yeah, you're going through the basics here. You're like leading these people in like a Mulan style, do as I do kind of thing.
This piece of course.
That's
Oh my
that's
God.
unironically what I imagine this as. What do you think would be a fair thing to make you roll to showcase that? Athletics, maybe? As like you're kind of like following through a form of like the steps of something like that. It sounds a lot like a sports practice thing. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check then.
Can I be assisting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's fine.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So with a 19. Okay. So yeah, with a 19, you see everyone is following along with you. It is like standard like sword fighting forms. You use a great sword, so typically, so it is a little different for you to go back into this. But going back into the basics, you think back to when you first started, learning martial combat. It's easy to forget the basics. It's easy to ignore them or step away from them. You remember like how easy it is to make a quick strike with a short sword when you have to. How it's in how debilitating a hard slash across like the chest, the arms, tendons, ligaments with a scimitar is. You remember like all of these things, and it kind of harkens back to lessons you might have forgotten about. I would like you to add this ability to your character sheet. Once per day, when you use the Sentinel feature to strike at someone who struck an ally next to you, you can expend one of your hit die and reduce the attack, like the actual attack that person did, by the amount you rolled. So, for example, you're next to... Yep, so for example, you're next to Aluk. Someone attacks Aluk, you use your reaction to strike the person who struck Aluk. You expend a hit die, you roll a d10, you roll an 8, you reduce that attack by 8. This reduction can cause the attack to miss.
Shit.
That's fucking sick.
Cool.
Look at all of you being so productive, and here I am sitting in the knitting circle.
I mean, you don't have to just be in a knitting circle. You could be
No,
taking...
I'm gonna tell stories later at like a communal meal about my time as a dwarven.
He's a morale officer.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell stories about my time in the dwarven military centuries ago when it's mealtime.
Do you want to be doing that? Well, I have some questions about your time in the dwarven military.
I have no answers other than the fact that I was an officer and my son died.
Okay.
There's likely people who they probably you probably rotate these people through so you can give more people each individual attention and have them time to rest, and then they can also watch while they're resting. So there's gonna be people chilling.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can be.
I fought in some kind of war. I know that much.
Okay, my question.
So long ago.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? You were alive for the dwarves try to genocide the drow. And you just said you were in the military.
Terrible.
So this is literally my German grandfather fought in World War II. So let's go ahead and let's talk about this for a second. Where did you land in that?
Are the drow in town wary of him?
It probably didn't go well because he left the military after his son died for a variety of reasons.
How did your son die?
So, in battle.
With?
You took 18 of them with him. The story changes every time.
he was found surrounded by
He never actually had a kid. He just uses it for morale.
No, I actually had a kid. He's dead.
Damn. All right.
I don't have specifics for that. He was a battle rager under my command, and something I did got him killed, along with the rest of his unit.
Damn. It's a shame he had the worst barbarian subclass.
He exhausted himself to death.
Probably. I honestly would be surprised.
I'm gonna die a platoon with him.
Man, it raged 5 separate times.
Go ahead and make me a history check to kind of dredge up these old memories of fighting in.
Let's dredge up the PTSD.
Yeah.
I blacked out.
Yeah, that might be it. Actually, like it's not something you're really comfortable with speaking about.
You got 1,000 miles there.
Yeah, it is kind of it's hard for you to think about this thing, things like this. But you think back to like it was kind of easy for a long time to just ignore the things that happened to you and the things you did. And just kind of move on to the next thing. But like you are getting old, and you're out adventuring again, which is wild in your advanced age. And you're thinking about like what you did in the past and how it's affecting you today, and how it affects how what you know can affect people around you, and you come to the realization that you can't afford to be worried about stuff that happened in the past because, I mean, you may have made mistakes, but people can learn from your mistakes as well as they can learn from their own. I would like you to add this ability to your character sheet. Once per day, you can expend a hit die and add the result rolled to the result of a history, nature, or religion check.
No, damn.
Okay.
Okay. I'll look. Or I assume you were going to help train people in the fine art of
Breaking.
Using your shield. I taught people how to use their shield so they didn't have to try and learn blade dancing.
Just gotta teach them the rhythm. Let's have a footloose montage now. Let's play the music and have them dance in the industrial area.
This game has turned into a musical all of a sudden.
Create a flash mob.
What's the song that plays during Hercules' training montage?
I'll make a man out of you.
no.
Zero to
That's
hero.
Mulan.
Wrong
Yeah,
movie.
0 to hero. It's I'll make a god out
Yeah,
of
Zero
you.
to Hero.
Okay.
I'll make a demigod. Let's not get too bold, okay?
Yeah, you're going ahead and you're teaching people how to use their shield.
What the hell?
The music
That's
in
way
that
more funky than I remember.
That movie.
had some great music. Regardless, yeah, you're going ahead and you're teaching people how to use their shield a bit better. It's a lot of a common misconception is all you need to do is just put the shield in the way, but that's not the best or even correct way to be using your shield. It's a tool. You're meant to use it almost not dissimilar to a hammer or like to parry with, as opposed to just block. So you're trying to get people across, like, away from this misconception and trying to bust into their heads that no, this is how you do it. What do you think you should roll? Would be a fair thing to roll for teaching people how to do this?
I could just do athletics as well.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me
Right.
athletics then.
Strength is boosted right now. $24.
Okay. Yes. Make me a wisdom saving throw as well.
Oh no. 13.
Okay.
Wait. I might have something for this. No, sorry. That's only for me.
Okay.
I can't help you.
Yeah, you're teaching these people how to use their shields. You're like kind of like sparring with some people, and like you're giving like very light attacks into people, like just so that they can block and parry it. But like something like washes over you, and you kind of buckle down behind your shield after someone blocks one of your attacks, and literally just push him the fuck over. You kneel on top of them and bring
Jesus.
your shield edge down on their fucking throat.
Oh my. What?
You just felt like a fucking rage over you. Not a rage like Kenneth felt. This is primal and animalistic.
They actually
Throw
kill
a
him?
coconut at him.
No, you don't. You
Oh.
hit his windpipe. He's able to get his hand in the way. He had a male glove on since it was a guard, and is able to push it away. You feel people dragging you off of him, and like you quickly snap back to your senses.
Uh,
Hi, Jasper, do you think that medication worked?
I'd probably just leave if I mean, if I get let go at all, I'd probably leave and go directly to the jail cell.
Yeah, I mean, as you walk back to your jail cell, the jail cell you have chosen to occupy,
Yeah.
an uncomfortable thought strikes you, which is the idea of just beating the shit out of someone with a shield was actually incredibly helpful there.
Am I gonna learn an ability from this?
I would like
Jesus
you to
Christ.
add the following ability to your character sheet.
Okay.
Whenever you use, once a day when you use the protection feat, protection style of fighting, you can expend a hit die and lower the AC of that target by the amount rolled for the next attack against them.
Holy fuck.
Wait.
Yeah, that's
What
sick.
type of day would protection
Guaranteed
use?
hits? Fuck yeah.
Nearly.
That's fucking
So
powerful.
basically, once a day, like say someone tries to attack Zeron, you step in with protection in order to like impose disadvantage. You can roll a hit die, which will use a D10, and
Yeah.
reduce the AC for the next attack only by that amount.
So instead of smacking the attack of the way, you're smacking them.
Yeah, exactly. You're literally just
To,
knocking them off
yeah.
balance to the point where you're making an opening for the next person to hit.
Yeah. Sorry, Brody, do you mind sending me the exact wording of mine?
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the same thing.
I'll go ahead and type this all up here.
Yeah, I'm definitely hanging out in the jail cell.
Because what it sounded like is I basically turned into a fucking Blood Angel.
I go and find him.
You're not wrong, but I cannot stand by how blatantly trying to get on my good side that was.
Wait, who was trying to get there?
It's a reference. That's it.
Yeah, don't sweat it. I'll put the wordings into Dungeon Fuckers after the session here. But I guess, Sean, did you want to just devote yourself to helping these people, or did you want to also meet up with Carlby and try to study with him?
Yeah, he's gonna periodically poke in, but otherwise it's gonna be like helping them in the morning, and then cataloging local flora and fauna in the early afternoon after a quick nap after lunch, and then and then cross-referencing his own observations with the Fizbane. Presumably they have books and shit.
Yeah, they do.
And then,
One of the gnomes there was a biologist by trade, so they have been keeping a careful catalog of flora and fauna as well.
Yeah, but there is a careful purpose to like him taking his own observations first.
Yep.
And then cross-referencing. You know, that clean state of mind of him knowing absolutely nothing to make him see shit that other people were expecting to see things. You know.
Okay.
And then he'll help every now and then, but you know he's not.
Make me a history check then, I guess, or no, make me an Arcana check, I guess, since that seems more like focused on what you're trying to study here.
Sure. Also, if we're looking for the teleportation device, I have that. No limit to how far away the eye can move.
Wait, what?
As long as you can see that. Yeah, it says as long as you can see it.
Hmm? No?
Yeah, it says as long as you can still see the eye, right?
Where? I don't see that shit.
Magical eye within range. Oh no, it doesn't even say that.
Yeah. I could summon it wherever I could see it, but then I can move it as far as I wish.
Okay, but like, yeah, you can send out a drone to search the nearby area.
It's got IR thermals, like.
The big thing is though that is only concentration up to an hour, and
Yeah,
you only
I think it
move.
comes out to about a mile.
Yeah.
Because it's every 6 seconds, it'll cover 30 feet, but it can see in every direction at the same time.
Okay.
So I think it covers about a mile.
I'll say roll me an Arcana check then for that, or actually no. First, roll me a Perception check with advantage using your Arcane Eye in the immediate vicinity.
All right, hold on. I'm taking a quick leak.
I cannot believe we have to say this again. You
Yeah,
cannot
do we
play
not
D.
have a rule?
You
What?
can't play D&D with your dick in your
hands at
hands.
all during this? This is bullshit.
No dick
Ex-
in your hands while playing D&D. That is a golden rule.
I wasn't touching it. It was splashing everywhere, but
I
I didn't
just-
touch it. I didn't break no rules.
It looked like I let the garden hose. It looks like when the firefighter lets the hose go when it's on full blast.
Yeah.
It's going fucking everywhere.
But you were severely overestimating me, my friend.
Well, regardless, with the 13, you don't notice anything too insane. Like, you get a good lay of the land, though, which is probably really helpful since you're not familiar with the area. You see, like, a nearby mining clan. There's a couple of farms in the area. You see a massive gaggle of the Edwards. I don't know if seeing how the Edwards live would make you amend your backwater.
Oh, no, it solidly reinforced it.
Okay, good. But yeah, go ahead and roll me just an Arcana check then as well to kind of search through and figure out, hey, what the fuck's going on here?
Okie dokie. Sure. Wait. Hold on. I think I have something for this.
Yeah, you have a Vidalcan thing, I think, where you can add something to that.
Yeah. But I would like better a better roll. Can I just use another chronal?
Yeah, go for it. That's fine.
Fuck off! Alright, yeah, I'm gonna use my Badalka thing. So add 3, so it's a 17.
17, you quickly come to realize that, oh, this is not the same plane as you're from. Like, you are in a completely different plane. You're finding out, like, oh, there's, like, a whole history here of things you do not know. One thing that I am going to say is different from your home plane. You quickly find out that this is the material plane. And the reason you were able to find that out is because every single fucking thing, every plant...
is made of stuff.
No. Specifically, is made of stuff with a magical trace to it. That is why it's called the material plane. Not because it is made of material, but because it is made of material components. That's why spells require items and objects at times. Because items and objects on this plane have magical potential within them.
Sick.
He's
just pimping. He's having a good time.
That being said, though, you were raised in a culture of magic that didn't have that. You had a very, almost a pure form of magic and, like, a knowledge that you would have been raised with and taught with. So going to, like, a place where the literal stones themselves contain magic, it helps a lot. You find yourself, you can apply techniques that, in manners that they really wouldn't be expecting to be applied to. I would like you to add the following ability.
Okie doke.
It's going to suck because you're a wizard and you only get a d6 for this, but...
Yeah, but 6 is better than 0.
Once per day, you can expend a hit die. Whenever you cast a spell or use an ability that forces an enemy, a target to make a saving throw against it, you can expend a hit die to reduce the result of the save by that much. I.e., you cast Fireball, it's a DC 18 dex save, they roll a 20, you decide to spend one of your hit die, you roll a 3, they got a 17, they fail.
Yo, that is sick.
Roger. Too bad I don't have a ton of Saber Suck spells, because I know they kind of suck. Actually, that's not true. I have a lot that affect mental stats, stuff that most enemies typically don't excel in.
Dude, casting
So
Feeble
that'll
Mind
be
is
sick.
shit. Feeble
Yeah,
Mind
we
is
hit
like...
with a phantasmal killer and then just run away as they die.
Yeah. But unfortunately, you were not able to find anything about, like, the hunt for where the fuck this thing could be. This thing being...
As he's cataloging, like, plants and animals and stuff and bugs and shit, he's proficient in alchemist supplies. Can he be, like, fucking collecting things that can make shit? I mean, there'd be a lot of trial and error, but he's also cross-referencing with Fizbane's materials.
Yeah,
know?
I think alchemy as a practice would be something not completely foreign to you, but the way alchemy is practiced on this plane versus yours would be completely different. Because alchemy is the act of like decanting that essence or those magical properties from objects.
You want me to make like a nature roll or something?
Yes, make me a nature roll. Good idea.
27.
Yeah. Yeah, you quickly pick up on it. You find there's a lot of written reference on this because it turns out alchemy is a pretty popular pursuit. So yeah, you're able to...
Unlike free money. Here, let me take this bug in this plant, make you a healing potion. That's 3 gold.
Are you trying to cut into Planic's business? He might break your legs.
Volker doesn't know what a Planic is.
Ah, that's a good point.
Ex nihilo... What's the phrase? Ex nihilo sub solo.
What's that mean?
There's nothing new under the sun.
Well, everything's new under the sun for him, so he's quite excited. There's a lot of trial and error. Is he actually going to be able to make anything out of this stuff quite yet, or did you want to move on to something else before we come back to that?
It's going to take a lot of trial and error. You're not going to be able to make anything quite yet because you are still like learning the basics of. It's like if you were like a concert cellist, and then you got handed a ukulele. It's not you don't have any skills. You're just having to learn a whole new method to apply them. So
he's quite enjoying himself.
Exactly. It's going to take some time, but I mean, it's not going to take forever.
And like I said, he's trying to make the best he mechanically can with everything he has the ability to. And if he fails, it's like, well, it didn't work. Let's try again. You know?
Yep.
He's quite upbeat. He seems to be having a great time this whole downtime here.
Okay. Was there anything else anyone would like to do aside from locking yourself up in a jail cell at night?
Oh, that includes underwater since he can breathe water. So.
Oh, yeah, in that case you find a lot of things that no, there's Tritons in the colony, right? No,
well, I don't think he definitely does not have the swim speed of a Triton.
Oh, so. No, there's turtles. The turtles would have helped document the stuff underwater, so it's not uncharted territory quite.
I like to believe some of Planic's goods are probably from underwater.
I think isn't one of the researchers a turtle? Yeah, 2 of them are. Charlemagne and Leonardo.
I don't know. I'll leave this up to you. He would have been very enthusiastic about nearly anything anybody has to teach him. So I don't know if that positively increases any relationships, but he lacks personal skills. So it's basically like, he's kind of socially retarded, but he likes it, and we like it. So it's like a shared, interest. I don't know.
Not only have I been in classes with people like that, I've played board games with people like that, so I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, that's him. He's got negative charisma.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to do while they're in this state of limbo downtime?
I'm gonna go visit Jasper in the cell and make him tea and sit there in silence with him.
Julia is there, and she nod as you.
Oh yeah, I make her tea too.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're desperately trying to just get some sleep, or any of you there, she is willing. She'd make small talk with everyone and ask about how stuff went in the Feywild and how you guys are doing and how Calcira is doing, and I don't know. Probably ask you a lot of questions, Alec, about what's going on with you and how you feel. Because I mean, she is genuinely curious because she has her experience of being, a werewolf, but she has no idea what the fuck a were-crocodile would be like.
Yeah, I guess at night, Volkir would interview him, be like, do you have any sweating? Any enlarged glands? Uncontrollable urges?
So I want to make it. I want to double check. Motherfucker. I want to double check here. So my lycanthropy is what caused that little outburst, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm assuming it's still affecting me though, right?
Uh, it comes and goes. Whenever you're in a situation like where you are in, this is gonna sound really
When your
cheesy.
blood's up.
Yeah, whenever you get hot blooded, you feel it go cold. If that makes sense.
Okay.
You feel like your body temperature just plummets, and you get like this insane fight or fight harder response instead of fight or flight.
Okay.
Volky is very careful about keeping the bars between him and this thing.
Yeah, I was about to say, because if you're asking questions like that in this situation for him, he's probably not responding very kindly.
Yeah, but there's that mage thing,
I know Jasper is like normally like super. I try to like play him like super nice and chill, but he is probably pretty. You're on a thin line with him at the moment.
He's actively pushing you.
Yeah,
like he's poking you. He's like the mage hand is like flicked you like on your ear, on your nose.
Is
like,
anyone
prodded you like
stopping
out of
this?
nowhere. He's basically semi-torturing you, but noting everything carefully. Semi. It's more like the drip water torture.
I think if you're doing the best to piss him off. I think I said Jillian was with you earlier.
No.
That was a mistake. It's Zora. Zora would
kind of, but it's like it obviously causes volatile mood, and so volatile mood. What else comes with it, right? He's thinking it logically. Like obviously one must come with something. But there must be other symptoms.
There's got to be a lot more you should be studying than just how to irritate this poor fella.
It's not purely for irritation. He notes carefully and then looks at her and like scribbles a little more on the sidebar.
Right. Why don't you?
He's sick, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then we must find out the cause and symptoms. Yeah.
We know the cause and we know the symptoms. We even know the cure. If you want to know more about
shared this with me?
Yeah, if you want to know more about that, you can talk to Fizbane. He's the one putting it together.
But also notes do not quite compare to first-hand observation.
There's not much more to observe. Unless, of course, you want me to take the manacles off and then he could real personally show you the symptoms of his disease.
Threatening. Interesting. He just like slightly raises a brow and adds more to the notes on that sidebar. He just ignores her. She's obviously too emotional.
We don't need to be going too threatening. I'm just gonna ask nicely. Could you please stop what you're doing? It would be quite helpful.
Okay, enjoy.
Hello?
Your solitude. And he just wanders away.
Were you checking if we could hear you, Kenneth?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes,
Sorry,
hi, Kenneth.
That died, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm back.
All right, good. Yeah. I think
as soon as he asks nicely, Volker just wanders off. He goes, okay. He just wanders off. Well, obviously being threatened makes him not really give a fuck anymore about that person. So he just completely ignored them.
So, do you know what his deal is?
Good question.
I don't believe any of us really do. He just said he was some researcher. Tineknev and myself are a little suspicious of him. I think some of the others are as well. But don't have everything yet. So he's been allowed to, for the most part, wander around town.
Monitored. Oh, sorry, I'm not that.
I mean, you can be if you want.
Yeah, you can be. No, like, I know there's.
You won't fight his being observed at all. He's just probably really fucking.
I'll be training. Well, training actually. Yeah, no, I'll be training. I guess I want to keep my mind up.
The old man is there.
Drinking tea. Chilling.
Are you?
This
Did
is
you
called
give me tea?
companionable silence. Yes, I did.
Okay, I wouldn't have reached to the bars to even grab it. I would have just requested that you put it through the bars and I could pick it up myself.
Oh, Zora is
I
in the
don't-
cell with you.
Oh,
Like, even if you are chained up, like, she is, like, just sitting on the floor of the cell with you. Like, you're like, say you're against, like, the south wall, basically, chained up there. She is, like, sitting on the ground, leaning against the north wall there, like, where the cell door is.
I am. You could wait in the right outside the cell.
Yeah, you're right. I could. I absolutely could.
Volkir drops one of these inside the cell, like if it's outside of the shackle range, like as far as his fingers can get. And he designates that one bitch as the person who won't trip it.
I don't want to hurt anyone, so you'll probably be safer out there.
You're right. I probably would, but I think you need a reminder that you're not actually a monster.
Yet. He calls down from the hallway as he's still wandering away.
I mean, Lauren, help me out here. It's safer if she waits outside, right? Like with you. You don't have to leave
What's the
signs.
decision for her to make? You're not going to hurt anybody, lad.
Statistically unlikely.
Shut your fucking blue mouth, you fish man.
I'm just gonna
No,
hurt you really,
Amphibian.
really bad.
He appears completely uninsulted, as if when you call him a fish, he goes, "Oh no, it's amphibian, not fish."
I could hurt people.
Clearly.
You won't. We'll get you fixed up.
It's only another day.
Drink your tea, it'll make you feel better.
Drink tea. Get to sleep.
The lass is right.
She has already, like, crossed her arms and is, like, put her chin on her, like, forward, and she's just sleeping like that now. Like, she fell asleep almost as soon as she suggested doing it.
So it's just me and Lauren that are awake?
Yeah. She is not concerned at all for or about you.
Lauren. Why do you trust me?
Why are we still
not?
here?
Just a suffer.
You haven't killed anybody yet. And even if you did, that's not something you can control.
We've killed a lot of people.
That
We've killed
too.
a lot of things.
That's not completely right. I may try, and this is, I haven't told, the only ones that know in town are Aliston, Nenris, and Valro. I'm not a good man. I know that. I know I can try to be, and I have shown, and I've attempted to be a good man many times. And I think sometimes others may think that I am. But I'm not. I've made mistakes. Mistakes that they've cost people their lives. And Ellie, you can say that I didn't kill people of my own volition, but I did. I kill innocent. I kill people that didn't deserve it. I left men, women, and children to be murdered by others because I just was a blind kid. I'm not a good man. My mistakes have made too much of who I am.
Mistakes don't make you a bad person, lad. Trust me. It's trying to do better that matters.
I'd have to see the same from those who I've killed and those who I've left to die. That I know we can try to talk about this for hours, and I've tried to. Alison has talked to me before about it, and ever since I started praying to the goddess Illustre, I've seen dreams, and better scenarios or realities for myself, where I'd done something better, where I'd made up for whatever I had done. They're only dreams. And all I do is come back to these, and I remember the things that I've done. I didn't know what I was doing, but I still killed them.
How old are you?
I'm 110, I think?
Yeah,
Very young.
111 is what you have listed here. It must have been your
111,
birthday lately.
Yeah.
You're young. We've all done things that we regret. Regretting them is what makes you different.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, only an old dwarf like you can know the things you've seen.
We've all done things, and I drink my tea, that are regrettable. And you'll carry them, possibly for the rest of your life. But you're young. There's time to make amends.
I believe you. I drink some of the tea as well. And then I'll go to sleep.
All right.
Good night, then, fella.
Aye.
I think that's as good as time as they need to stop the session.
Yeah.
Yep. So next week is next week you guys are going to be getting ready for either you can be as involved or uninvolved with the trade expedition to the Paladins as you'd like. And you guys can be as involved or uninvolved with the fair as you'd like. And so this is, an opportunity for me to ask, how involved do you guys want to be in both those things? Because if you guys want to go ham on the fair, I can come up with like another, fair. I could come up with like a session for that. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Zaren's gonna run a maid cafe.
Zaren's the maitre d, still in a maid outfit.
Yeah, remember how we did
all the women are gonna show up to see him in a fucking suit or something.
I'll make
That's-
in the previous campaign we had the beach episode. Now we have the fair episode, right?
I'll
We
make
had-
a whodunit.
It's just like the school festival.
We did?
His
Yeah.
daughter is in a tux because he's like, I know it's a maid cafe, but you're not showing that much skin.
What was? No, there was
he
a.
flexes his quads and his very short maid skirt.
There was a fair because you guys went so fucking ham on like a theater performance.
Yeah, we we did the theater performance for the children, and I gave a potion of cloud giant strength for a wrestling contest. What else did we do? We had a cooking competition that fucking
Yeah.
did. I can't remember if you won that or not, but
I think I did win.
You
And
won
then-
that. I remember because I think it was no, it wasn't Iowa. It was Russell. He had the spell Hero's Feast, and he just cast that and called it good.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, here we'll have a scholastic quiz and also find this plant for me.
I still just remember Martin soloing the boss.
I remember that, and I remember the reason he soloed, both are correct, soloed it was because he kept using one of his abilities over and over again that was supposed to be like once per short rest.
Oh. Goddamn.
What about at Morbius going against that gold dragon? That was fun.
and Martin fighting fucking Tidfalis 1v1.
Oh yeah. That was an amazing campaign.
I still can't believe I beat you on that roll.
We need the reunion. We need the reunion.
I still want to do. Yeah, I'd say the fair. I wouldn't mind the fair.
All right, I'll get something put together for that. I'll go ahead and type in your guys' new abilities and Dungeon Fuckers as well.
Oh hell yes. That was a good.
Is it once per day or once per?
All of these are once per day.
And when do they reset?
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, what is considered end of the day?
So this is not short rest. No, so these are short rest abilities, right? Because the short rest for us is
Oh yeah.
8 hours.
Yeah, this kind of is a short rest ability. Yep.
Okay.
That was a good. And it did good in that last scene, right? That felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very sincere. I liked it.
I'm really curious what you did. Who'd you murder?
Well, obviously I didn't hear that.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Murdered a lot of people.
he's just pulling a fucking Aaron. He was part of a cult that just murdered a shitload of people.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good. I like the RP sessions. They're fun.
Yeah, I really like it too.
But so for the fair, I would say we could probably devote a session to that, or at least like to the defense of it and working around it. But that would be a lot of work for you. So
I have no idea what my character would do.
yeah, like I wouldn't do a fair thing. I'd probably try to work the security or
Oh, that'd be fun.
You've made me too powerful, Brody.
Yeah.
I basically can't fail a history, nature, or religion check now because I have 2 abilities I can use to bump them significantly.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, I've had to go to the bathroom for a while now, so I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm typing real quick.
Pisses in the corner of the jail cell.
All right, peace, homies.
Yep.
See ya.
Peace.
Take it easy.
Yeah,
boys.
bro. Oh. Yeah, I'll take my leave as well, guys.
Okay. It's good.
I can't. Well, no, I can't confirm I'll be on the next week. It's just I'll be on my iPad again because I'll be sleeping about my mates. Because I'm moving this Thursday. So I'll be on Sunday. I'll be at my mates because my contract starts on the 1st, which is a Wednesday.
Fuck yeah.
But I'll still be able to do it on my iPad, I suppose.
All right.
In that case, catch you guys later. Have a very good night.
Peace, Chief. And then Sean. Target to make a save. There we go.